Good morning, children. Today we are here to learn another lesson from our moral science book, lesson number 3, global warming. So first and foremost, we need to learn what does the word mean global warming. Global warming means increase in the temperatures because we have dramatically increased the amount of carbon dioxide in the Earth's atmosphere by burning fossil fuels such as coal, gas and oil, and by clearing forests also. So, the increased heat of the earth is called global warming. So now we will learn the causes of global warming and we will come to know why the increase in the earth's temperature is going day by day higher. Okay? Because of burning fossil fuels such as coal and oil, cutting down the trees, burning forest, factories pollution, coal, natural gases and oil are the main causes of global warming. Emission of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, etc. in the atmosphere. The major source is carbon dioxide, 20% by methane and nitric oxides. So, what are the effects of greenhouse effect? Global warming and climatic change, rise of sea level, worsening health effects, disruption of the water cycle, changing forest and natural areas, challenges to agriculture and the food supply, effect on ozone layer, effects on oceanic climate, or the effects of greenhouse effect and global warming. So children, till now we studied about what is global warming and what are the causes and effects of global warming on earth, right? So let's now learn about global warming with the help of a small story from our moral science book. This is a story of the first and perhaps the worst sufferer of global warming, the polar bears in Arctic and the penguins in Antarctic. Polar bears need ice to sustain themselves. Without ice they can't live. Because of this global warming, the ice is melting down and we can see only water there. So, they have made way into towns in the region like Norwich and Churchill to name a few. They are forced to scavenge for their survival. The baby penguins on the other hand are soaked in the constant rain. Because of no ice and regular rains, they can't stay there. So, they are also facing so much of problem in survival. Even though they are from different poles, both of them are facing the same problem because of this global warming. Do Clay, a senior scientist at the National Wildlife Federation, says that their well-being demonstrates the general health of an ecosystem. That means if they are staying happily and living happily in their habitat, all the ecosystem will be fine. The climate changes are rather dramatic and will be terrible, not just only for the polar bears or the penguins but for the entire world also. If the global warming continues like this and the climatic condition changes frequently, the reduction of ice on the sea will be increasing. If it continues like this and if we don't take any precautions for this, it may lead towards the extinction of these two species in the long run. Because of very less ice points, polar bears need to search a lot for the seals as they are their staple food. Because of less ice formation, it will take more time for the female bears to store body fat which is needed to have their babies and also for nursing and caring of the cubs. And even the newborn and young penguin chicks rise an early death because their waterproof feathers are not yet developed enough to keep them dry. Because of all these problems, these two species are directly and immediately at risk. If the global warming is not checked and not brought under control, these two species' habitat will certainly get destroyed and they will be just the beginning. We can't find anymore the penguins and the polar bears because they may become the extinct animals also because of this global warming effect. So children, to save the two species of the animals and also the complete earth, we need to stop global warming by just doing something. So what are those things? We will learn now. Stop fossil fuels, stop factory pollutions which will cause lack of oxygen because they produce lots of carbon dioxide. Reduce the waste, use solar energy, use clean coal and oil. drive low emission and more fuel efficiency vehicles, plant trees. So if you do all these kinds of things which are made by us, which we can do easily with small efforts, we can save our earth from this global warming problem. Keep in mind that the last thought, we must do our best and take corrective actions so that more damage to climate is not done. If all of us do what we ought to do towards our environment, we could save that which can still be saved also. So children, I hope that you understood the concept of global warming, greenhouse effect, their causes and the problems because of that, and how to stop this global warming also. So now let's do our worksheet part. A bit. Tick the suggestion that you already follow at home, at school to ensure an energy efficient surroundings. Okay, you need to check and tick it. First one, check windows and doors for air leak. So you will do that or not? Yes. So put tick mark. Close taps that have been left open. So if any taps are leaking, you need to close it, right? Then draw curtains to keep out the summer sun. Tick it. Immediately close the refrigerator door to prevent loss of energy. Tick it. Shut windows and doors when using air conditioner and room heaters. Tick it. Tell your elders about dripping taps to have them fixed. Tick it. Turn off lights and fans when not in use. Tick mark. Turn off the TV and computer when not in use. Tick mark. Use CFL bulbs instead of the regular ones. Tick it. So children, by doing all these things at our home and other places, we can control the greenhouse effect. Now going to second bit, write true or false. First one, only polar bears are the first sufferer of global warming. True. Both polar bears and penguins need ice and cold to sustain themselves. True. The well-being of these two species demonstrate a healthy ecosystem. True. Fourth one, any delay in ice formation has no effect on female polar bears. False. Fifth one, newborn and young penguin chicks do not have well-developed waterproofing feathers. True. Sixth one, global warming will be causing of the destruction of their habitat. True. Going to next bit, answer the following questions, children. In the next page, you have plenty of place there, so you need to write the answers there in the empty space. Okay. First question, why are the polar bears moving inland? The polar bears are moving inland because of loss of their habitat or because of scarcity of ice. Second question, how can an adult penguin survive death by freezing? The penguin feet are covered by the feathers and the fat layers of the feathers of the body, so they are not exposed to death. Third question, where will the two species live if their habitat is destroyed? The two species can also live on land to some extent, but the population will be completely destroyed and decrease. And soon they will become extinct animals. Last and final fourth question, what are rising sea levels capable of doing? So the answer is, if the sea level increases, it causes destructive erosion, wetland flooding, soil contamination with salt, lost habitat for fish, birds, plants and many other species. So children, I hope that you all finish these worksheets along with me with the answers also. That's all for now. We'll meet you in the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.